What is up, everybody? Back in our video. I haven't done in a while, but today I'm going to be explaining the Timberwolves slow start, and I'll be talking about what we can do to maybe improve this to try to get in the play-in tournament possibly, and what's been going wrong and what has been going right, because there's actually been some positives that I can take out of this run and some players that have stepped up, so let's get right into the video. So let's first start off with what's been wrong. So we're 3-10, worst team in the West. There's a lot of things you can point out being wrong, but a lot of the big pieces that have been going wrong is injuries with our team. But when we are actually playing fully healthy or just playing in general, we blow lots of constant leads. It seemed like just the other night we had a 20-point lead against the Magic and blew it to a Cole Anthony buzzer beater at the end, and we keep having these negative scoring runs against our team. And Ryan Saunders has done, in my opinion, a bad job, below average job on trying to stop these. Yes, I've liked what he's done for a few of these and put in different players for better rotations, but there's been a lot of rotations that he hasn't, had a positive impact on, and he needs to do better. So let's go more in depth to the Saunders part. A lot of people in the Wolves fan base have not liked, including me, what he's done this year. He is extremely young. He's 34 years old, but there's also a massive case against him not being fired, which does make sense when you look at it like this. Like, I can't see too many coaches coming in and winning games with your best player out. Most time, Cat's missed 9 out of 13 games. I think Kogi, our best defender's missed 6. But I still think he should be fired based off the fact that I think we would have more wins if we had a better coach that used better rotations late game. Yes, our players do need to execute better. That's a problem also. But as the coach, you're supposed to put your players in the best positions possible to succeed. I'm really questioning, like, it kind of makes sense, last game when we blew our 20-point lead, he put in one of our best defenders in, Jared Vanderbilt, but we got the defensive stop, not too much because of what he did. I mean, he got the rebound, but really anybody on the team would have got that rebound. But then he gets fouled, and he takes the free throws. He's a terrible free throw shooter. He misses both of them. All he needed to make was one, and we would have had a 3-point lead. And we had a 2-point lead because he missed both of them. And then Cole Anthony comes down the court with a few seconds left and scores 3-pointer to win the game. That was a massive mistake, and I would have even called a timeout there too. Saunders forgot to call a timeout also. There's a lot of people talking about deja vu from the Thunder game last year where the Timberwolves called timeout and it went wrong. Well, that's kind of a one-in-a-lifetime thing to me. I don't think that happens too often. I don't think you can dwell on that play. I think you just got to call a timeout. I don't know why he didn't. Now let's focus on some of the positives that have been going on for the Timberwolves this season. For one, Malik Beasley has been a true most improved player candidate, averaging almost 20 points a game, I believe. He's been phenomenal this year. During away games, he hasn't been the best, but at home games, man, the dude's been averaging 20-plus a game. He's been phenomenal. Away games, he's still really good. I think he's just a phenomenal piece. A lot of people are buzzing about his contract, thought it was too much. I think it's actually, if he continues to progress and just keeps getting better as a player and he maybe ends up as an all-star type guy one day, this is a phenomenal contract, and I'm so happy we got him on it. It's a 4-year deal, which is crazy too. But yeah, he's just been an absolute bright spot for this team this year, and I really hope he keeps it up. One of the biggest positives, if not the biggest positive I can take from this season, is Jared Vanderbilt. He finally started to get minutes this year. He really worked in the offseason. He's an extremely athletic player. A lot of people have been comparing to like a guy like Dennis Rodman lately. His frame isn't as big as Dennis's was back in the day with the Bulls and Pistons. But he's been phenomenal this year. He doesn't give up on defense. He forces the team to make a lot of stupid turnovers against, not the Timberwolves, but the opposing teams on defense, which is awesome. And he's not really a crazy shooter. I think he's shot the ball one time that wasn't a paint shot, and he actually hit it as a three-pointer. But he's been phenomenal for us this year. Other than the 2 missed free throws from last game, I got nothing but positive words to say about him this year. It's phenomenal. He's actually getting minutes, and he's been starting the last few games as guys like Juancho have been out due to COVID, and I'm just super happy he made this progression through the offseason. Another massive positive in my eyes is Jaden Mcdaniels getting playing time. Just last game, he had 12 points, 8 boards, and 3 blocks. He was amazing, and I expect him to keep producing. He was our 28th pick in this year's draft, and Saunders finally started to give him minutes. He's been an absolute defensive machine blocking the ball. I just can't wait to see him in the future. We've got him for a good amount of time now, about 4 years. I would assume is his rookie contract, 3 or 4. Hopefully we keep him, and he's just been amazing. I really hope he gets more minutes tonight, as the Timberwolves actually do play tonight against the Hawks. Hopefully that's a win. You guys will probably know. Some people might be watching this after the game. Who knows? Now let's get to the part that a lot of people probably came to this video for, is what I think the Timberwolves should be doing to fix the season. Well, first off, this will be an easy one. We just got to wait for our players to get healthy. Cat is still on the COVID list. I think he's off for another 6 more days, which will come out to maybe 3 or 4 more games, unfortunately. But once he's back, that is massive. It's our best player. Losing your best player is never good. Josh Okogie, I wouldn't say he's 100% right now, but he's playing. He looks good. He actually had a great scoring game it was 2 nights ago against the Magic. That he had a great game then. It's nice to have him back, but that's probably the first one, having everybody healthy. Second one, I really do think we have to move on from Ryan Saunders. He's too young. He's 34. He just doesn't, like, the one thing I thank him for is setting up this system for Carl. Other than that, not too many positive things I can say. But yeah, if I had to bet on it, I don't think he gets fired, solely because Cat's been out for 9 games out of 13. So that's just the thing keeping him from being fired, in my opinion. But let's get on to these next ones. Another big thing I think this team needs to do, and I hate to say it, but I think we got to make a move for some sort of vet talent like a PJ Tucker. Probably won't be him anymore, solely based off the fact that the Rockets aren't probably willing to trade him right now. And there's been some rumors that he's probably going to be at the Rockets for the rest of the season. But somebody like that, we need to bring somebody like that onto the team, a good defender, an older dude that can teach these dudes what winning is like. That'd be phenomenal. I think that's massive. Because we don't really have many guys like that right now. I mean, Ricky Rubio, he's been a phenomenal leader this year. But that's a big thing to me. Another massive one, I don't think we need to give Edwards a starting role yet, but maybe increase his minutes just a little bit and have him drive to the basket. We got to teach this kid. Stop taking those bad shots around the arc. If he hits a 3, he's going to take 3 more back to back to back to back. It sucks to see, but hey, that's what we knew. That's probably what we knew was going to happen coming in. But there's a lot of times where he drives to the rim and he's not getting fouls called, which sucks. He should be getting a lot more points per game if they were calling fouls. But it is what it is. He takes a lot of contact at the rim. I hope he keeps doing it. He's been having some nice dunks. Hopefully he keeps improving. I'm going to end this video off with some things I feel like need to be said about Anthony Edwards. This kid has been with the team for less than 2 months. A lot of people are really overreacting on his slow start and the bad games he's been having, but we should really be expecting this. Normally, rookies have a good 4 months with their team, tons of training camp. They have summer league to break through on. That's where you get used to playing basketball again, because Anthony Edwards hasn't played an organized game since March, I believe, and they didn't have March Madness or anything like that. But he hasn't had the greatest opportunity with the team. I think he's just one of those guys that takes time. He's gonna be a little bit of a project this season, and once that project is done, he's gonna be phenomenal. Like a guy with that athleticism and the hard work that he puts in, I think he's be a great player in this league for a long time. If he can get his shot down and maybe improve his defense a little bit, he's just gonna be phenomenal. So just wait. I wouldn't put too much weight on his shoulders for another few months here. Give him some time. It hasn't even been 2 months yet. I think it's been 2 months now. Yeah, it's been 2 months. It's been a little over 2 months. So, but yeah, don't go too hard on this man, okay? A lot of people are going extremely hard on him. Thanks for everybody who watched this video. Thanks to the GOATs that are actually still listening right now. You guys are amazing. Thanks for watching the whole video, and I will see everyone in the next one. Peace.